What's going on? I've got part two of the Judge Perkins Sovereign Citizen from yesterday. Now, when I released part one, I didn't know there was going to be a part two. I didn't think they were going to put the rest of this conversation on the record or even on YouTube, but they did. So I just jumped the gun and I apologize for that. About an hour after I released the video, this part happened. I got a lot of messages saying part two just happened. I didn't want to anyways, I don't need to explain too much more. You guys know what happened. I apologize. There's part two. I'm Colin. We're cooling. Let's go.
All right, let's go back on the record with Ms. Graves. Mr. Baughman, what does your client want to do?
So, Judge, this matter is set today for final pretrial. I do respect and honor the court's decision with respect to our motion for with regard to jurisdiction, and we do have an intention to proceed with the finding of fact as scheduled. My client wishes, for her own personal reasons, to ask the court to consider adjourning tomorrow's bench trial, at least for a later time. She has an appointment. My understanding, it is directly related to her ongoing issue with securing a place to live. And she's been offered some assistance, but that at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, she's expected in a meeting to help her find housing. She's asking for the briefest of adjournments if this court would consider even a later time for us to convene for trial. That would be manageable for us. I'm prepared for trial, prepared to move forward. I don't know, Your Honor, that you required that the complaining witnesses appear for today's final pretrial. But as a matter of policy, I would ask that you would consider a motion to dismiss for a lack of those complaining witnesses to appear at this final pretrial, as we are on the eve of a jury trial tomorrow.
Ms. Horn?
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. One thing I did want to clarify to the court is that I was not dismissing based on her arguments. I was moving to dismiss for valid documents, Your Honor. And in lieu of the resources that it will take to go to jury trial, that was a bigger consideration. However, the people are ready to proceed. I did offer until Mr. Baughman advised that she was struggling with housing, which I think makes her an excellent candidate considering she has a child for possibly street court. So I'm open to whatever's in the interest of justice, Your Honor.
Yeah, well, I understand that you were dismissing for documents, but the issue was not having the valid driver's license. That's where the issue comes up. Go ahead, Mr. Baughman.
So I spoke at length with my client yesterday or day before yesterday, about street court and street justice, and about how that would comport to some of her needs. She is currently in a shelter. She has a young son. I think he's 2. And she's also has some needs with respect to employment and quite possibly healthcare that could be and prospectively would be met if she would participate in our street justice program. I did mistakenly tell her that it might be a year commitment. I want to make sure that I correct that, because Ms. Horn says this is a 90-day turnaround, that the cases and the instant cases would eventually be dismissed once we get Ms. Graves the help that she needs with respect to what we've placed on the record, as well as with respect to getting her driver's license back on track. Then she would be in compliance, Your Honor. I don't know why she doesn't want to accept that.
But I'm thinking that this one, first of all, I would love to see Ms. Graves be able to get in the street court program, and I hate to have her out there with no housing and a small child, but I would think that the street court program, there would be at some point some admission to responsibility, and that is the real issue with Ms. Graves. Is not one to take responsibility and articulating time and time again. Every time I've seen her, she's articulated the same argument which a court, like a court describes as a sovereign citizen argument. I know Ms. Graves doesn't term it as that, but it gives all the everything she's saying is the same thing that the sovereign citizens coming from court, coming forward to the court. So I don't know if I can always get Mr. Patel in here, and I will do that if that's necessary. I have no issue with that, but I think moving forward, I think that is going to have to be, you know, she's going to have to change her position or something. I don't know how it seems like she's pretty stuck on that position that she has. So that's one issue. The other issue is that there is brought up to the court about the issue of the complaining witness not being here. It is my policy that on the date of trial, on the date of the final pretrial, all of the individuals are supposed to appear. That goes to Ms. That goes to Madam Prosecutor Horn's argument of the necessary cost as it relates to bringing a jury in. And to avert that cost, we want to make sure that everything is ready to go. Auguste was not here today. I don't have it written on the file that that's the action that I was taking, but that's not my normal course of action. He's usually here on, and he usually appears. So he's probably on all the cases.
So you
Except for
just need to find out tomorrow.
misdemeanor cases, Ms. Wright, particularly Wright, is not here. So, yeah, I didn't mark that on the file. It's just gonna either go, what time will you be, at the dealing with the housing issue? What time, will you be done with that, do you think, Ms. Graves?
I'm not sure, but here's my case manager. She knows more.
Right.
Could you place your name on the record and who you are?
My name is Kim Carter. I'm her case manager here at the Fox shelter. She's in a homeless shelter. We have her housing scheduled tomorrow between, I believe it's between 8 and I want to say 10, but it may not end till like 11 or 11:30. It's for her to secure permanent housing to leave and able to leave the shelter.
All right, and good morning to you, ma'am. And what are the chances, here's when Auguste here now. What are the chances that, is that what you called him in, Ms. Horn?
I'm sorry. I couldn't hear you.
Yes, Your Honor, I did call him in. I was not aware that he was supposed to be here, especially this cold case is first impression to me. But I did want him to be here to hear and see what we're going to decide or what Your Honor is going to do today.
Okay, all right, and Madam Case Manager, is this a hearing that this Graves can is likely to be granted some permanent housing tomorrow?
Yes, so she'll be able to secure a voucher so that we can move her from the shelter into permanent housing.
Exactly. Okay, great. That's good news. So from what my understanding, Mr. Baughman, Mr. Patel is not necessary because that process is going through by the good people over there at the shelter. So that's congratulations on that. I'm glad to hear that. So we'll talk about moving this matter. We'll cancel the jury trial tomorrow.
Your Honor, forgive me for interrupting. Would you consider giving me some more time to work with my client? I'd like to see her get a valid driver's license. She is not suspended out of Detroit to somewhere else. I think I can help her identify that. And I think we can bring her back with a valid driver's license. That should please us all, most especially the defendant. And
Hoffman saving the day. Now, this is something a lot of people say. I've said it a few times. People that go sovereign citizen generally in a hole and they think that it's an easy way out, that they can use, a couple lines in court and get their way. It doesn't work that way. And if Mr. Boffman can get her license back, I guarantee she drops the sub sit. But I'm not going to guarantee it. I don't know. I don't know her. This is only the fourth time we've seen her. Anyways, yeah, let's keep going.
the city of Detroit.
Well, I'd absolutely like that. I would like, thank you, Madam Counselor over at the shelter.
You're welcome.
I would like that. I would like that as well. But as I just say, from everything I've heard from Ms. Graves, that's not her intention. It doesn't seem as though it's her intentions. Are you willing to do the necessary steps to get a valid driver's license now?
Of course, Your Honor.
Okay, all right. What we'll do is I'm gonna reset this matter for a pretrial date.
I just had to wait 30 seconds. Of course she wants to get her license back. It's not suspended out of Detroit. Watch it just be, a reinstatement fee out of a different city. I would find that personally hilarious. We saw another sovereign citizen that he was hardcore in the sovereign citizen when the judge said, you only owe $45 to get your license back. And then he dropped the script completely. That was the sideways sob sit from about 6 months ago. I don't know if you guys remember him, but that one was funny.
On October the 13th. Congratulations, Ms. Graves, on the housing. And
Thank you, Your Honor. Do you mind telling me what day that is?
That's a Monday.
the 13th is a Monday. October the 13th is a Monday.
Okay.
All right. So at 8:30, Mr. Baughman, I appreciate you working with Ms. Graves. I'm glad that you seem to have gotten her attention, and I hope things work out. Thank God you got, you're going to get that voucher, ma'am, and you're going to get yourself situated on housing. And thank you, Mr. Baughman, for coming in and the advocacy that you've done. I don't know where you get the arguments that you're making, ma'am, but in the court's eyes, they have no basis in fact or law. All right. So I don't know how you can take that for what you want. You're your own individual, and you can make your own decisions. But that stuff, I'm changing my way I move forward with the sovereign citizens. I don't think it's fair that everyone else either has to bring a valid driver's license in, or they have to take some sort of punishment or plea because they don't want to operate, and sovereign citizens just get to. And I know, Ms. Horn, that's nothing to your, but it's just been cases that the city just has dismissed the cases a few times in the past because they just don't feel what it could cost, but it's just not going to happen here. All right.
And thank you, Your Honor. I was unaware of her sovereign argument altogether until we'd already discussed the resolution. So, but thank you for saying that, Your Honor.
Absolutely. Officer Glendowski, good morning. Can you state your name, badge number, department for the record, please?
Yes, good morning, Your Honor. Officer Maverick Glendowski, badge 746, Detroit Police.
All right.
My
No, there's no need to apologize. I don't know if I told you. I didn't write it on the file. So if I told you, then maybe
no. Yeah,
no.
Right. I only got the notice about the jury trial for tomorrow, so that's my apologies if I was supposed to be here earlier.
No, I didn't necessarily tell you that. It's just the court's policy, and it really comes from the chief judge, and that comes from the chief judge. And I understand it very well that if the people are not going to be ready and prepared, there's no sense in us inconveniencing the citizens of the city of Detroit for a jury trial that's not going to likely go. So other than that, we've reset the matter to October the 13th. That's just a pre-trial date, and you'll get if another trial date is necessary, I'm sure you'll get the right subpoena. But I know that I said, when I saw your name, I said he'd come support all the time. So I know he probably did not get the notice. All right.
Yeah, nope. I only got the one about tomorrow morning, so I was actually getting ready for that one.
All right. Best of luck to you. So now you gotta, maybe, I won't say you have some extra time because you may have a lot of other things to do, but hopefully you got some extra time. Have a good day. Be safe out there. All right, Ms. Graves, you be safe. Congratulations on that. And I hope that you find a nice, beautiful home for you and your little one. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank
You're
you
welcome.
again, Your Honor. Thank you to the prosecutor. Thank you to the good officer. Mr. Graves, call me tomorrow, okay?
Okay.
Bye,
All right, good
everybody.
job.
Have a great day.
Have a good day.
All right, that seems.
All right, that's it. Now, for everyone that was kind of confused on what was going on, I did release part 1 yesterday. I will drop the link in the description so you can check that out. I didn't want to say that at the beginning of the video for a couple different reasons. Well, I kind of did say it, but the link will be in the description. Anyways, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hit the like button. I would appreciate it. That's it. That's all I got. Till next time. Bye.